another Whatever Wednesday. Today I am eating this ginormous bowl of curry noodle soup. I made this in my Instant Pot. I'm planning on putting a video together for my main channel, which is just CHANTYMARIE. So you guys can go check out the recipe over there once it's up. I'll let you know. But yeah, basically it is curry paste, coconut milk, some veggies, and mushrooms, and these brown rice noodles. On the side here I have some lime wedges and some cilantro. Of course I have a sparkling water that I'm gonna be drinking. So I've never really gotten into LaCroix until recently. LaCroix. And you guys know I always love Trader Joe's sparkling water, but this shit is just so good. Why is it so good? I mean, people have very mixed reviews about it. Some people think it tastes like nothing, but I think it's delicious. Oops. Oh yeah. You know, I should make sure the mic is recording because that would be good. Ugh. Oh my god, it's so good. I'm sorry, I need to stop doing that. Just drink normally. Okay. I've been spending all morning recipe testing because I really want to put this blog together that I've been talking about for like the past couple of years. Honestly, it's been so long. I just have not gotten around to it because I really don't know. I'm just still torn on what name to use because I don't know if I want to make it only like recipe videos and like recipes. Maybe I just want to make it like Instant Pot recipes, but I don't really want to be limited to just cooking because then I can't do like vegan cruelty-free beauty posts. So I just don't know where to start. So, but anyways, I've been recipe testing, so this is one of the recipes that I tested out and it's so bomb. I already had a bite. This is the entire portion basically. I'm probably not gonna eat all this, I hope so, but I hope not. But I just wanted it, I thought it looked nice in this bowl. Okay, let's put some lime. Some lime in my water. And I got some cilantro. I love cilantro. I feel like everybody hates cilantro. Like, you know how everybody says that cilantro tastes like soap to them? If you have like a certain gene. I had lavender ice cream the other day and I literally wanted to go like rinse my mouth out. It tasted so bad to me. It tasted like legit soap or like a candle. It was so bad. So maybe that's how people feel when they eat cilantro. Okay. Oh, this also has oyster mushrooms in it, which are very like meaty mushroom. They kind of remind me of like, I don't know, like a little piece of meat. Cheers. Mmm. So good. Wowie. Let's get a big noodle bite for you guys. I had to like break these noodles up so they would fit in the Instant Pot, so I don't think they're very like long. Mmm. Mmm. It was so good. See, look, this is a little oyster mushroom. Oop. It's like a little piece of fish or something. Oh no. Mmm. You know what mushroom I'm really not a fan of? It's shiitake mushrooms. Kind of random, but I just cannot get myself to like them. They're so chewy. This is so, so good. A little messy. I need one of those spoons that Brittany has that has like the big bottom. Know what I mean? But I don't. We only have one spoon in this house. Not counting this wooden one that like literally doesn't do anything. And it's in the sink, so I'm spoonless. Let me move this. There we go. Oh my god, so messy. Yeah, this spoon literally does nothing. Huh. So today, well, let me go back. The last time I filmed a solo bang, I asked you guys for questions, and so many people asked me like vegan questions about veganism, like how to go vegan and how to stay vegan and vegan tips. Excuse me. So I figured I would just put it all in one video and make this like a dedicated vegan video. My first tip, sorry, I keep burping, to anyone that asked me that question is always just to do your research and become super educated on veganism. And when I first went vegan, I mainly went for health reasons because I read this book. It's called Eat to Live, if you guys are interested. It is so good. It's still like one of my favorite books of all time. But my first tip is just to get super educated and do a ton of research. And that will help you like have a reason for going vegan, because if you just like want to go vegan for no reason, then you're way more likely to go back to eating your regular standard diet. That's what made me go vegan initially, is health reasons. But then I did more research and learned about like how poorly animals are treated in animal agriculture, and I feel like once you like know the ethics, it's really hard to go back, versus if you're just like doing it as like a diet to lose weight, it's really easy to change and go back to your old ways. And also like the environment, I think like to make one burger is like takes like hundreds of gallons of water or something like that. I don't really know all the environmental reasons, like facts to a T. Even just like cutting out more meat and dairy in general, like you don't have to go vegan right off the bat, but you know, every little bit helps. Oh my god, these mushrooms are seriously my favorite part. The other tip that I always tell people is whenever anyone is like, oh, veganism is so hard, like if you just stick to like a couple like simple recipes that you really like at first, I feel like that helps you transition a lot easier. When I first went vegan and I would shop at the grocery store, I was only getting like a small basket of stuff and like keeping my meals super simple so that I wouldn't get overwhelmed. I feel like that's another good tip I have for you guys. Sorry if it looks like I'm like playing with my food. I'm just Trying to get a good bite. Okay, so, I would say meal prepping and meal planning is really important. Like, always be prepared. Super important, especially in the beginning. I feel like every vegan's tip is always to watch like the really popular documentaries. What the Health is such a good documentary, and I don't really remember any other ones because it's been so long since I've watched them. I've never really seen Cowspiracy because I can't subject myself to watching that. Because I heard it's really like bad with the animals, and I can't do it. Like, I already know what's gonna go down. I don't want to see it again, you know what I mean? I wanted to make a video on like top foods you should eat like every day as a vegan. I feel like most vegans, I just keep on saying I feel like most vegans on YouTube that I've been watching over the years just are way too high carb heavy. Like, high carb low fat was such a trend. I don't know if people still really follow it that much, but a couple years ago everybody was eating high carb low fat, and I just feel like it's not a balanced diet that you should be eating long term. You need healthy fats like nuts and seeds. Flax seeds and omega-3s are so important for just your brain to function properly and for your skin. You should be eating flax seeds or chia seeds and hemp seeds every single day, walnuts, because you need those omega-3s. And beans, whether you're vegan or not, everybody should be eating beans every single day because they are so good for you. Any type of beans, black beans, pinto beans, garbanzo beans, lentils. And yeah, raw vegans don't really eat enough beans, I feel like. I don't see many people like stress the importance of like beans and nuts and seeds on YouTube. And I want to be that example for you guys because they're so important. I'm getting so full. I don't know if I can eat anymore. I know it may seem like on this channel we eat a lot of junk food and like processed food, but this is just our one day of fun that we like to film. And I feel like people like to watch like more junk food videos, but this is just one day of my week. All other times I eat a very whole foods, low processed foods diet. I can't stress this enough, like, just don't be a junk food vegan. Just because it's vegan doesn't mean it's healthier than like a normal donut or like a normal pastry. Sorry to break your bubble, but yeah, those foods are fun and all in like moderation, but definitely don't make that the staple of your diet. I just feel like the biggest advice I could give you is to eat as many whole foods as possible and stay away from vegan junk food, and to eat your omega-3s, beans, legumes. Also, just like eat more vegetables too, because that's where all your micronutrients are going to come from. And yeah, I feel like I could talk about that more, so maybe I still will make my personal channel video on that topic, like foods you should be eating every day as a vegan. But yeah, without going into too much detail, that's just like my point of view on that. And also that kind of leads me into my next question. A lot of people have been asking me how I feel about the ex-vegans. I've gotten like so many DMs and like comments to like comment on that, and I don't really want to like get into like vegan drama or anything, but I feel like honestly, well, at first I'm just like really surprised because I personally could never go back to eating meat and dairy. So I'm really surprised that so many prominent vegan figures are eating meat and dairy again. Like, it's honestly shocking. Like, I feel like everybody who's freaking out like has a right to be confused, or definitely be confused and like, what the fuck? Especially, I feel like people who are watching those vegans who are now not vegan, like, they made a lot of people like go vegan because of them. The one that really surprises me is Raw Alignment, because it's literally her brand name, Raw Alignment, and she's eating keto diet now, which is just like total 180. Actually, me and Colin do feel very strongly on the subject. I feel like I have to censor myself a little bit on the internet because I don't want to come off too like hateful or to like be like a vegan bitch. But if you look at the diets from everybody who's no longer vegan, I always thought that Bonnie Rebecca had a pretty well-balanced diet, but she was high carb, low fat, and like raw vegan for like years. And like, as I just told you guys, I just don't think that's sustainable long-term. You're missing out on so many important nutrients for your brain to function. Like, just like everything I just told you. How do I say this nicely? I'm really late to the game talking about this, but like Ravana was promoting this diet of like 1,200 calories, like just super restricted, only like vegetables and fruits. Like, that is not a sustainable diet. Like, you're gonna have deficiencies and you're gonna feel like shit eventually, especially if you're like a young active person who like works out a shit ton. Like Ravana, Raw Alignment, they both are like bodybuilders and they're promoting this diet that's like super restrictive. No wonder why you feel like shit. This is just my perspective. I'm not like a doctor or anything, but it just seems like that's like a common thread, is all their diets are very restricted vegan. They're not, I feel like I never saw any of those people really eating like a lot of healthy nuts and seeds and like omegas, but I just wish that they didn't, I don't know, promote such a restricted diet, because now everybody thinks that veganism made them sick, when I just think they weren't eating a well-balanced diet to begin with. If you look at Raw Alignment's What I Eat in a Days, I remember watching them at the time that she posted them, which was like years ago, and just like thinking in my head, holy shit, she's eating like 800 calories. Like, she would only ever eat fruits, lettuce, and that's it. Like an avocado, I swear to God. And when vegans, I feel like a lot of vegans also eat avocados and coconuts as their like primary fat source, which is just not enough. You need to be eating walnuts, omega-3s, flax seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds, like I said. Yeah, you just need to eat more variety of foods. I think that's all I'm gonna say on that matter, because I don't want to come off as a vegan bitch. There's so many other like healthy ways to eat vegan, not be so fucking restrictive and only eat fruits and potatoes. That's not a healthy diet. Okay, that leads me to my next question, which is, are there any supplements you take because you're a vegan? Yes. I got my blood test done, which I recommend everyone to do if you want to make sure you're not deficient in anything. I've been vegan for 6 years and I got my blood test done exactly a year ago, so I should go back again actually. But I was deficient in vitamin D3, which is the sunshine vitamin, if you guys didn't know that. And yeah, vitamin D isn't naturally found in foods unless foods are like fortified with vitamin D3. It comes from the sun, and I read actually that relying on the sun as your primary source of vitamin D isn't good, A, because of like skin cancer, and B, because I think something about like our skin doesn't have like the oils necessary to like absorb that much vitamin D. So I think everybody should take a vitamin D supplement. Also, vegans cannot get B12 from a vegan diet because you only get from animal products. And I also take a DHA omega-3 supplement. It's a DHA and EPA supplement. It comes in a liquid dropper. But I've also bought some off Amazon that are called Iwi. I'll link them down below. The one in the dropper is just a little bit more, has more milligrams in it, and it's just easier for me to take because I do not like to swallow pills. It's basically like vegan fish oil, except it's made from algae. Okay, let's answer one more vegan related question. What is one food that isn't vegan that you miss? This is so weird. I think I've already said this on Mukbang Monday channel before. I used to love tuna fish sandwiches, even though I feel like most people think that's disgusting. It is just like a food that reminds me of my childhood. Like, my dad would make like tuna salads all the time, like just canned tuna. We ate so much when I was growing up. I don't know why. So I kind of miss that. I've made like chickpea tuna sandwiches, and it's just really not the same. I mean, it's kind of close, but yeah, it's just not the same. Okay, this next question says, why are you vegan? Isn't it expensive? I really don't think it's any more expensive than like the standard diet. Like, meat and fish are super expensive. I mean, the most expensive part of a vegan diet is like nuts and stuff. Like, that can be really expensive. If you buy like a pound of nuts, it's like, can be like $6 to $8. But yeah, I really don't think it's expensive. Do you think it's possible for a 15-year-old to go full vegan? Okay, I'm not a doctor and I'm not really an expert, so I don't know if I should be giving you advice really, but I think yes, definitely. I was 19 when I went full vegan, or 18. I think I was 19. Maybe I was 18. Yeah, but it's just so important that you track your nutrients. Make sure you're getting your nutrients that you need. Eat a variety of foods. Don't be restrictive. Oh, I also always recommend people, if you're going vegan or want to try veganism, to use Chronometer in the beginning. It's not really to track your calories. It's a nutrient tracking app. So you put all your food into Chronometer. I wish this was sponsored, but it's not. And it shows you like all your nutrients that you ate that day and like where you might be lacking. So that's super helpful if you're trying to go vegan, especially if you're like a young developing gal. You got to make sure you eat your nutrients. Don't restrict your fat, please, for the love of God. Eat nuts and seeds and beans is the moral of this mukbang. I don't see enough vegans eating nuts and seeds and beans. Was transitioning to veganism, what were some challenges you faced? I feel like the biggest challenge I faced was like dealing with social situations and like family functions, because when you're a new vegan, it can be really challenging. Now I literally don't give a fuck. Like, I will sit there and try and make modifications out to eat, or I'll bring my own food. But in the beginning, that was really stressful because I feel like I was really like self-conscious of like what people would think of me. But definitely social situations was really hard in the beginning. Favorite brand of cheese? I have an entire vegan cheese taste test on my channel that I posted like 2 years ago probably, and it's probably cringy, so don't go and watch it. But my favorite cheese that I buy all the time for this channel is Trader Joe's mozzarella shreds, because they are cheap and they melt really well. But Miyoko's cheeses are so good, like some of the best. Kite Hill cream cheese is my favorite thing ever, but it's so expensive. Okay, that's all the questions I'm gonna answer about veganism. Let me know if you want me to make a vegan video on my personal channel talking about like all the foods you need to consume. One more thing about the ex-vegan comment, like at the end of the day, I don't think they're bad people or like any less people because they're not vegan. I'm friends with so many non-vegans and I don't base my friendships or like what I think of the person based on if they're vegan. I just don't think that they ate really well balanced vegan diets to begin with. I feel like the common thread of like all ex-vegans, in my personal opinion, is just that they had really restrictive diets. Maybe not like right at the point that they stopped being vegan, but like in the past, I feel like everybody was on that high carb, low fat fruit diet trend, and it really is not healthy. In my opinion, maybe some people thrive off that fruit diet. I mean, fruit's healthy, but I don't think your entire diet should be just fruit. Like, you need other shit in your diet, like beans. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this curry noodle soup mukbang and vegan Q&A. Okay, my card is full and I'm all like attached to, I cannot get up and find another memory card, so I'm just gonna do my outro here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Whatever Wednesday out.